Hey there, sheepdoggers, and welcome to another Plaguing Evolved. This time, I can't believe I fucked up global warming. This time, we're going to go with created equal because it looks difficult. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. We'll also go with virus. Okay, let's get into this. Ability costs don't increase. Let's go with symptoms. Yeah, it's symptoms. Virus. Miley virus. Yeah, I had a lot of people saying you should call it Miley. But, you know, I'm pretty sure I already did call one of them Miley at some point. It might have just been a thing. Anyway, virus. What should we call it? We shall call it. I'm really out of names in general. Oh, virus. What's his name? Yeah, that's right. No, wait, did I do him already? I think I may have. Let's go with. Is that how you spell it? Zach Braff. Why not? I don't particularly have anything against him, but he seems like in real life he'd be kind of a twat, so yeah. So it's all created equal, which means I think there's the kind of poor countries are a little better off dealing with the problems. So let's go where we usually go. Should we go Brazil instead? Screw it, let's go Brazil instead. Why not? Zach Braff begins in Brazil, weak and used to hot temperatures. And then scrubs will suddenly turn up, and then at the end of that, there'll be like one film that was kind of okay, but kind of a bit preachy and weird, and then, you know, it'll just disappear into obscurity. Yeah, I like. I'm glad that strange little girl enjoyed my joke. Okay, so yeah, let's get going with the diseases, shall we? Let's also speed it up slightly. There we go. So air first. Really, I should do water first because this is a humid climate. It is also. It's not arid though, is it? So that doesn't help. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, keep going. Let's get water 2, please. Please claim asteroid to destroy Earth in 4024. Global recession will boost obesity rates, says RMS report. I think anything boosts global obesity report. Yeah. Gamers worldwide begin worshipping Helix fossil. Cysts symptom mutated. Costs me 3 to devolve. Let's devolve it anyway. In this early stage, I don't mind devolving once, maybe twice. Brazil, something about aircraft carrier. Cheap clean power. Denies reports of oil barrels nearby. I'm not quite sure what is going to go on there, but jolly good. Let's get birds 1 early, shall we? 14. Let's get to 14 and get the birds 1. Gammon. There we go. And then we'll go for the traditional route of other things. Falkland Island, consider name change. Fair enough. Don't really know why, but fair enough. Goat Union demands royalties from game dev. I never really understood why that game became, you know, was such like a breakout hit. It was kind of like a meh for me personally. Let's get some cold resistance because we're going to need it, and we'll get some drugs as well. Always want to get drugs in this game. Very high level of bird migrations expected. But yeah, no, I never understood why Goat Simulator was so, you know, people were saying it was so amazing. Like, you know, it was really cool in its own... Where the fuck did... Oh, that was a ship, okay. I was about to say, how did that get infected over there? That's miles away. Let's just get a couple... yeah, there we go. There we go, beautiful. And, okay. We'll get birds when we... Birds too, if we can. But yeah, you know, it's like it was kind of cool. It was kind of, you know, quirky and a little bit new and weird. But at the end of the day, it lasted me a few hours. I couldn't play more than like one session before I got kind of like meh about it. And you know, it's just there's not that much context. Maybe not context. There's not that much. To hold you in there, you know, like maybe releasing a few DLCs and stuff and etc. would be kind of like, oh, if only there was a cure for Zach Braff. Again, as I said, I don't particularly have a problem with him. I'm just being bitchy for no reason. I've run out of celebrities I particularly despise. Although Michael McIntyre is kind of an option. But then again, you know, I'm a lot of people who watch this aren't from the UK and probably don't know who Michael McIntyre is, because they're lucky people. I don't particularly hate Michael McIntyre. He just pisses me off because he's kind of this, you know. I don't like the way he does his jokes, you know, and the whole kind of like quirky bouncy hair thing. Oh, screw you, New Zealand! I got you that time. The whole like bouncy hair thing is like 80, as far as I can tell, is like 80% of his comedy. It's like, oh, look at my hair, it's bouncy and wacky and silly. And it's like, that's kind of sad. Ah, spreading nicely, beautiful. We can get our genetic hardening then. Yeah, I was going to start in Saudi Arabia again, but I just feel like I do that way too much and I want to mix it up. Unless it's like a kind of one that I'm thinking is going to be particularly difficult, I'll try and go to different places and start in different areas and so on and so forth. Yeah, we will get cold resistance. Beautiful. Zach Braff Awareness Day. We must find a cure. Actually, come to think of it, aside, oh no, is it called like Garden Day or something? Isn't that the film he's in? Garden Day, possibly. It's something to I know there's something called The Cement Garden, but I think that's a slightly better and slightly more famous film. Like better, it's kind of looked upon slightly better. Whereas, yeah. Garden Day. Is it Garden Day? Is that what he's in? I think he was in a couple of films with I don't know, people. I seem to remember he was in a film with that girl from that thing. What's her name? She was kind of famous for a while as well. What was she from the OC? That OC film that was no, it was a TV show. Look at me and me talking about popular TV and films and stuff like that. For myself, I have my favourite films, I have my favourite TV and stuff like that, but for the most part they're not kind of that recent, really. I find Extreme Bird Migratory Event has all of the... Okay, it's all been taken pretty much, so it has pretty much no effect at all, unfortunately. Brilliant. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, it's I'm sure he's done he did a couple of films. I think maybe even one of them was partially popular, or you know, I'm sure there were people out there who liked it. I don't think I saw any of his films. I did enjoy Scrubs, but you know, It's alright. Oh, I'm being mean about Zach Braff. How horrible. Yep, and then... Yeah, why not? I think we're having a few problems with... No, we're not really having a problem with the cure. And the UK's shut down airports. Well, as long as they don't shut down Let's Get Water 2, hopefully that will help us get the Greenland. I think it's the only place left to get. Yeah, only place left to get. Every time. Basically, the ones you'll have difficulty with is if you start kind of fever symptom mutated. Ah, that's fine. If you start kind of in a hot country, the difficulty you will have is Greenland closed down their fucking ports. God damn it. Sorry. Well, screw it. Yeah, the difficulties you will have is Greenland. You know, infecting Greenland will be really difficult for you. And let's go here and here, and then get a few more of these infectious. We're not going to win now unless we get lucky. But yeah, I can't remember what I was talking about now. I'm sure it was something massively important, but well, what are you going to do? I don't think we're going to have any problems. You know, like the whole created equal thing basically means you get spotted earlier in the poor countries, which I suppose is supposed to make sure you get, you know, spotted and etc. If you try to take the easy route, which is you know, it's like Zach Braff mutations patterns extraordinary. Who knew? I know what I was talking about. Yeah, so Canada's the one you have difficulty with, kind of, you know, burning out if you're not careful, and Greenland is the one you have difficulty with it actually infecting, and then down here it's like New Guinea and Philippines difficulty infecting, and Australia and New Zealand burning out. Well, literally that's why I tend to start in a hot country, because otherwise you have like 2 difficult to hit. Maybe 3 difficult to hit in parts. Total organ failure, eh? Oh, fair enough. And if you start in the hot country, you just have 2 really that are the kind of arseholes. Occasionally, you have the Caribbean as a bit of a bitch, but for the most part, you can hit it fairly easily. And look at all these points I have to put into virtually nothing. Let's do this, and then this, and this, and this, and this. I'm just trying to get as much as I can on the off chance it gets released into Greenland randomly, which is not going to happen because the entire world is literally getting burned out because it chose this point to go with something. So yeah, there you go. I like to say it's unlucky. You know, when you get to this point and you don't get it, you can go back, do pretty much the exact same thing, and get lucky basically, and smack Greenland around the face with your wonderful plague. Unfortunately, we failed this one. Zach Braff killed all its hosts. Some healthy people survived. I don't know. Zach Braff. So yeah, there you go, guys. Unfortunately, I failed again. It was fairly close. I think I think if I'd have gotten a ship out earlier, or if they hadn't closed their port quite so early, we would have managed it. But unfortunately, we didn't do it this time. But we did manage to have a go at the scenario, which, to be honest, I didn't see that much difference. Maybe the fact that I got spotted quite early meant, you know, that I hit a poor country, and the disease got spotted earlier, and that was to my downfall basically. But yeah, at the end of the day, there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned from my mistakes, if I did indeed. I think I made a mistake, probably. But I hope you learned from my mistakes, and I'll see you guys in the next video.